Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Lori, in that last video I made where I talk about the 5 people getting killed in Mexico, people have asked, how are we feeling about it? Are we afraid of living in Mexico? Are we planning on moving? What's your thoughts on that, Lori? But what advice would you give to somebody that wants to come down, maybe from the woman's side? What advice would you give somebody who wants to come down, visit, or just live here or visit?
Well, it depends what you like it.
Uh-huh.
To my opinion, I like to stay here. I will stay here. If I'm afraid to stay here, I won't.
Okay.
I won't stay here.
Okay, so what would you tell? Let's say if one of your first friends wanted to come down, or one of your sisters.
I say come around.
Uh-huh.
I just love to see the people come.
Uh-huh.
Even if, they just come to visit or they want to come to live. If you don't try, you don't know.
Right, yeah, if you don't try.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
If you try, you will know. If you don't try, you won't know.
Okay.
Like some other people, they never go out to other country, never get scared.
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the time I come to Mexico, right?
Yeah.
I was scared because I don't know the language, I don't know the people. But now, we here for 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know the language much, but just enough to, understand, what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love it.
Okay.
Because here in Mexico, just like Cambodia, to me,
So then you find it's easier if somebody knows the language.
that's a lot easy.
Yeah, so.
But
Mhm.
it's not the language, it's your mind.
Okay. Right,
The point is your mind.
right.
If you put your mind like a scary mind, you're ever gonna live anywhere except in your own hole, your own house.
Yeah.
If your mind say, hey, I open my mind, I want to do something, I'm gonna go over there, I find a peaceful, I will stay there and check it out and things like that. So yeah, it's my mind, I put it a lot of way like that.
Okay, so the first it comes from your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to think, if you're fearful and you're scared,
Mm-hmm.
then you bring that to you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come that you're not afraid, you're going to trust,
Mm-hmm.
then
And the language, it will help.
the language does help too. Yeah.
If you know the language, if you don't use the good word, what is that good for?
Right, right. It's good to be polite.
It's good to be polite everywhere I go. It's just like you go to somebody's house, I always like obey the owner,
Uh-huh.
But if you go to somebody's house, you go there and yell at them, the owner gonna be happy for you to come into their house?
No.
No way.
Yeah.
The mind have to think about that.
Mhm.
The mind. You ever talk about the mind? I'm gonna go on and on and on. I'm the quiet person, but when I get to talk, oh my God, non-stop.
People think that, oh, Jerry, you do all the talking, and Lori doesn't do any talking. But when they get with you, they can see that you can talk.
Well, when I get into my point, I get into the thing I know,
Mhm.
I can talk, I can tell, like the mind,
Mhm.
like you go to studies, what you call mindfulness.
Mhm.
I don't have to do that. My mind is already full. I don't need to fill it up with anything of that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's natural for you. Yeah, that's
It's
good.
very natural because I've been studied since I was young. Go to school and learn about that. And people think, oh, a lot of people put me down. I know that. Like, oh, she didn't have education. She didn't have a university. She didn't have a high school education.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. You have high school education. You have college education. But if your mind crazy, you still be crazy.
Right. Yeah. That's good.
Like I tell all my worker, and I say, it doesn't matter how much money you make.
Mhm.
You make 100,000 a year, or you make only 10,000 a year. It depends on how to save it.
Mhm.
If you can save your money, that is in your mind, right? You will save it. You will have something like you want it.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you have 100,000, but your mind doesn't have anything to say. If you just spend like crazy, you're not gonna have anything left.
Yeah, that's not
So
good.
that's the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's on me. So
Hey,
that's my opinion. Well, one thing I was thinking, if you live everywhere, right, it's always have it. Look at the United States, they kill a lot of people too. And then here, it's the same thing. So we just do the best we can. About the scaring, seems like, what happened, it's happened.
okay. So now, does that scare you about, living here, or that it was, I don't know, almost 200 miles away,
It was scare, but it was not.
Uh-huh.
To tell you the truth is, wherever you live it, you're gonna have that anyway. So I just live like a normal life here, because I love it here so much. It doesn't matter I live in Hawaii, or I live in Asia, or I live in United States. It just seems like everywhere get killed.
Yeah, that's true. You can't escape, totally crime. It seems like in the world there's much more crime, just different places around the world.
Well, you don't. We don't look at the bad news. We look at the positive news. It's a good news.
Yeah.
We don't look at all the negative. Everywhere. If I watching the Facebook and the YouTube, everywhere.
Right.
Thailand, Cambodia, Mexico, or United States, or Canada. If you try to dig the negative, you're gonna find it. Well, if you're looking at the negative, it is negative.
Yeah.
If you're looking with the positive, it is positive. I don't mind. I just looking at all the positive side, and I make myself fun and make myself feel comfortable. It's scary, but what can you do?
Right. That's right. It is scary.
So I have no comment. Thank you for concern about me, but what it is, what it is. You have to live in normal life. If you're getting scared, where you gonna escaping? This is just like,
We're going to be planning a 3-month trip where we're going to be driving in Mexico, going all through Mexico driving. So we're not afraid. And I guess that falls back to what you were saying, is that if you're looking for the negative, then you'll find the negative. We don't go that way. We look at the positive. And so we're not afraid, and so we travel around and want to see Mexico. And we love the people.
we love to go to the same place. We don't like to go to looking to the bad side. We like to go looking at the good side.
Yeah.
So that's what my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't know everybody think, but that's the way I think.
yeah. I offer 2 services. The box on the left that says book. If you click on it, you can set up a private phone consultation with me. Also, you can set up a 1-day tour of relocation here in Lake Chapala. Click on it and check them out.